It is
25.
Jackford again, and that's a 5-yard gain. Ferguson not on the field, and we haven't seen him for a bit. Can't see him over on the sidelines. Levon's got the Hubble telescope out looking across there. Let's see if we can find out what's going on with him. 7.5 to play in the first half, and it's a 5-point Skyview lead. Mountain Crest in Skyview territory. 2nd and 5 at the Bobcat 40.
I think that's Ferguson right there with his pads off, right next to the down marker.
Taylor picks up a couple, and it's going to be 3rd down or 3. 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, he's got ice on his knee, and he's next to the 3rd down marker. If you look at the kid in the blue Under Armour top with no pads on.
He's standing near the 40-yard line there. Is that him right there?
Yep. He's got some ice there on his left knee.
And that's a big loss for the Mustangs.
He's moving around on it.
Yeah. Sometimes the way they treat that, even if it's bad, they let him move around on it and put ice on it because they can't do anything for it. You hope it's not anything that's going to keep him out for any length of time. You never like to see any of these young men get hurt. Elison. Miller returns it for the touchdown. He just about got the first one of the game. The first pass of the game on that same play. And this time he keeps his feet, jumps the pattern, and returns it for a Skyview touchdown.
When Elison never looks off that same receiver, and Miller looks at it all the way, and he's only got one guy to beat, and that's the quarterback. Catches up to him, but he can't tackle him because all he's got is a horse collar.
And they got called for that too.
Did they call it?
Yes. So 2 interceptions returned for touchdowns in this game. One by Skyview, one by Mountain Crest. Don't they call it on Skyview? Looked like they threw that where that.
They pointed both ways. It looked like he pointed incorrectly to. He pointed both ways. So I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. If that's a personal foul during the run back, I don't think the touchdown counts. But they're counting the touchdown. So they'll sort it out here. All we know is they're letting them line up for the PAT. So the touchdown counts. And the PAT is good, and it's 21-9. Skyview widens the gap in Smithfield. Well, it ended up being that horse collar call. That's why we were confused because they looked like they're pointed both ways. Look at Miller, and that he just floated that one out there. You're gonna throw that out, boy. You better put it on a rope.
Look at him stutter step right here. Okay, I'm gonna go.
That's 2 touchdowns for Miller. One on offense and one on defense. Yeah, you could.
That really wasn't a horse collar. He had all his jersey.
He had a hold of it. Yeah. You could make the argument that his knees came down before he broke the plane and the goal line too, but would it matter? It would have been 1st and goal anyway. But some say, yeah, it matters. Anything can happen on any play. But what did happen is that Skyview scored a touchdown, and now it's 21-9. Mountain Crest, instead of having maybe either an opportunity to convert on another first down deeper in Skyview territory, instead they're in a deeper hole without one of their top players, Gage Ferguson, who's sitting over on the sideline with his pads off and ice on his knee. Play action, and they're going to go deep. There's Smith running free.
Wow, what a catch. That was a perfect ball.
If he catches that thing in stride, it's good night. 44 yards.
Well, we haven't seen Elison unload like that yet. That was a great pass. He's got good arm strength. Perfect spiral. That's you can't ask for much more than that.
Elison is 4 out of 5 for 59 yards. Every one of those completions to Smith. Smith's got some wheels. Elison on the move. Elison picking up 6 yards before he's finally brought down. Elison 110 yards rushing and a touchdown on the season. He's got 15 yards on 3 carries tonight. He's averaging about 6 yards a carry for the season. Second and 5, and Mountain Crest in Skyview territory again. They turned it over last time we were down there. Here's an inside give. They fake the pitch, give it to Taylor.
Nice play.
Taylor on the carry.
And it's going to be 3rd and short.
That's a play we have seen a lot in recent years from Mountain Crest. We haven't seen them go to it a lot tonight.
1 of 4 on 3rd down for Mountain Crest, and the last time they had a 3rd down, it was 6 points the other way. Timeout, Mountain Crest. Gives us a chance to mention Icon Health and Fitness. We're one of the world's largest developers, manufacturers, and marketers of fitness equipment. They've got brands that include Nordic Track, Proform, Weider, Reebok, Gold's Gym, Health Rider, Westlow, and Jump King brands of exercise equipment are also produced by Icon Health and Fitness, and they make shoes.
What?
Ultra.
Ultra is their brand?
Yep, 4th largest shoe brand in the world.
Ultras are sick. Those are nice shoes.
Yeah?
My brother had some when we went backpacking. I was very jealous.
That's Icon Health and Fitness right here in little old Cache Valley.
Wow.
Third down and 2. Again, 1 for 4 on 3rd downs for Mountain Crest. They trail 21-9. Elison keeps it. And it looks like he needed 2. He got 3. Well, Scott Watterson, one of the owners out there at Icon, and the story goes, he was working out on his treadmill and decided he wanted more comfortable shoes. So they acquired a shoe company and developed those shoes there.
They are awesome shoes.
4 wide receivers for the Mustangs. Jackard the lone setback. And actually, that's Taylor. They give it to Taylor. And he picks up 4 before he's finally wrestled down.
Mountain Crest doing a great job getting the running game going on this drive in particular. They've picked up 4- and 5-yard chunks from the quarterback and running back position.
I think Mountain Crest would love to have a methodical, sustained drive, take about 6 or 7 minutes and score.
Yeah.
Sometimes your best defense is your offense. You keep an offense that's averaging 45 points a game off the field, then they have less opportunities. It makes a little bit of sense. Elison in trouble. Dodging out of trouble and then back in it again as he loses 9 yards. And he's slow to get up.
Well, you would think he's slow to get up. He got buried by Colton Durant, number 51.
Looked like he might have had a chance after he first got out of there to get rid of it. But
Anderson gets a shot.
not really.
Misses. Boom! That's going to leave a mark.
Ouch.
Not the belt, Daddy.
Colton Durant, 255 pounds. 3rd down and 14. There's a hold, so whatever happens here, it's coming back. And Elison.
Nice. Just lay down, Elison.
Yeah, taking a long time. I mean, he stood back there and looked and decided not to throw it and looked again. There's 2 flags. I think they're for the same hold because
they're next to each other.
One of the Bobcats just got tackled.
That's a spot foul, so you try and see the officials hit the spot when they're throwing it, but when they're 15 yards away, they go back and pick it up and move it to where they judge that it happened.
And they're going to just give him the sack. Skyview said, nope, make it 4th down. Put the ball down. And it's a 6-yard loss for Elison.
Well, 4th down on the 36-yard line, that's a weird spot to have a 4th down in high school football. It's too far to kick it. You can't really punt it, so you probably try and pick up a few yards here.
Well, they got a couple of things they can do. Pick up a few, maybe kind of quick kick it with your quarterback. You don't have to just. There's nobody back for Skyview. Elison's going to throw it. You don't want to take a sack. Elison, who hit as he throws, and it's caught.
Oh, are you kidding?
Oh, Elison took one right in the chops. And that's going to be good enough for a 1st down, and they're going to get a personal foul on the hit on Elison because it was up in his face. Watch the end of this. Let's see if we can see the end of this. Oh, you can't, but boy, he got it right, and he got it in the face mask, and that's pretty much what got the flag. It was 4th and 21. They picked up
about 22.
About 22, 23. Who caught that?
I don't know, and all the commotion.
That'll be 1st down, Mountain Crest.
Wow.
At the 8-yard line.
I think that was Smith that caught it.
Probably. That seems to be the way things are going today.
So it's 1st
Is he
and
number
goal.
15? I should look at my roster.
Oh, was it 15? I thought it was 6. It's 1st and goal inside the 10. Elison in trouble again. Elison throws to the end zone. And it's picked off by Miller again.
Uh-oh.
No, that's McCray. Mountain Crest had a man wide open in the end zone. And instead of a touchdown for the Mustangs, stepping in front of it is Alex McCray, taking it all the way for the score.
Well, the underrated and sometimes overlooked defensive Skyview is getting some glory tonight.
He took that, I think, the entire 100 yards. If you take a look at this, I don't know if we can see it. There was a man wide open for Mountain Crest, and he just didn't get it to him. He threw it a little short, and McCray picked it off and went the other way.
You heard some of the fans yelling, "Go down, go down."
I don't know. We'll have to look at it after the kick, because there's getting ready for that extra point, and that was a long run. I think that was 100 plus.
That was 102 yards.
There was a Mustang in the back corner of the end zone, wide open. I know that's who Elison was looking for, and he probably. Oh, we'll have to look at it again. I didn't see where McCray was standing.
I'm positive he was in the end zone when he caught that ball.
2 interceptions returned for touchdowns by the Skyview defense, and it's a 28-9 lead for the Bobcats.
Jury duty.
You're happy about that.
It's right next to that little pub with those amazing cheeseburgers.
Like these?
Did you guys have jury duty?
Wendy's.
The new pretzel bacon cheeseburger, specially crafted by Wendy's.
Oh, that's better.
Let's take a look at this play. It looked like in real time he has a guy wide open if he just kind of lofts it in there, and it looked like he just kind of tried to bullet it in there. Maybe he didn't even see McCray. I didn't see him at all.
Well, and here's the problem. He's under serious duress. Pulls up right before the line of scrimmage. He's going to get hit. And McCray was at least a yard deep in the end zone when he takes that, so that's over. That's a 100-plus yard return.
That's probably about 101, 102-yard return. Yeah, he had a man in the end zone behind McCray. He just didn't put enough air under it. If he lofts it in there, it's 6 for the Mustangs. Instead, it's 6 the other way.
McCray got to about 85 yards down the field. He's like, holy crap, this field is long. That's why you run wind sprints in practice, son.
Well, the penalty.
The kick goes into the end zone. It will be Mount
More and more penalties racking up for Mountain Crest.
You know,
along with turnovers. Talk about good things going bad for
oh
Mustangs.
Yeah, that's
they just converted 4th and 21. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say that Skyview has had such great scoring offensive performances in their games thus far that a lot of their starters haven't played that much in the second half. So you got to wonder if Coach Andrews is going to take him out. I'm thinking not, because this is a Mountain Crest Skyview game.
Well, the Skyview offense has only scored 14 points tonight, but the Skyview defense has 2.
Good point.
Elison looks underneath. This one's an adventure as well. Taylor catches it on the bounce. I mean, Elison's throwing a couple of balls that you scratch your head, and he's throwing another couple that you're like, wow, that's a good-looking ball.
Yeah.
13
well, this
yards.
is exactly what happens to a young man who's been injured and just getting back from injury. He's a little rusty and not always making the best decisions, so you can still see his athletic ability on some plays, but really poor decisions on others.
And the game happens fast, and it's easy to sit and say, well, he should have done this, he should have done that.
And somebody's getting ready to hit you in the mouth all the time.
Now they blow the whistle. Are they talking about the clock again? They had to reset it once. And they are playing with it again. 28-9 your score. 1:29 left in the first half. Skyview with the lead. Skyview's defense returning 2 interceptions for touchdowns. One for 65 yards, one for between 101 and 102. Have to see where that they officially count that, but it was 100 plus. Elison in trouble again. He's not having much time to throw. Back across his body, and he picks up the first down with that throw to Smith. It's right at the 50-yard line. 19 yards.
Boy, Smith looks a lot more comfortable on the receiving end of those passes than making those passes. Played third-string backup quarterback when Elison was still injured.
101 yards on 6 catches for Smith. Elison throwing to the edge again. Another reception and run out there by Caden Neiman. Neiman 14 yards.
That's another first down for Mountain Crest.
128 yards on 18 of 19 for Elison, but the big glaring stats, the 2 interceptions, both returned for touchdowns. Taylor's open down in the flat. Not for long. They try to, look like they might have tried to rip the ball away, and Taylor was able to get away and pick up 5 yards. With 48 seconds to play, Mountain Crest is at the 31 of Skyview. Taylor 2 catches for 18 yards. PR Graphics, one of our sponsors. We create banners, signs, vehicle graphics and wraps and graphics for your four-wheeler or snowmobile. They can do any size, color, or design of graphics. They can customize to recreate or meet anyone's needs. It's PR Graphics. And you know what, the logo shop, the logo shop, the Valley Channel, we've been broadcasting to Cache Valley families since 1989. We broadcast homes throughout Cache County free over-the-air TV on channel 26.1 and on basic Comcast cable channel 17. Our ad rates are very low. Our service and customer satisfaction ratings very high. Our programming is all about people, events, organizations, businesses, and activities that make Cache Valley our home, including the game of the week, right here on the Valley Channel. 2nd and 5 for the Mustangs. Going for the end zone. There's a man there.
Wow. What a
touchdown,
catch.
Mountain Crest. Great catch by Luke Smith.
That's just what the doctor ordered as the half is about ready to expire if you're Mountain Crest.
31 yards. This is what I'm talking about earlier, Lee. Sometimes you listen and throw a ball and you're like, geez, this doesn't look like a great ball. Then he throws this one.
Yeah, that is a great ball. And maybe even a better catch. 2 hands, 2 feet, touchdown.
Mountain Crest calls timeout. I wonder if they're going to think about 2 points. Right now they're down less than 2 touchdowns. After all that, they're down less than 2 touchdowns. They'd be down 12 if they go for the PAT and get the kick. 11 if they go for 2. So I don't see much advantage, but you need 2 scores either way. 2 touchdowns either way.
Well, an 11-point makes a touchdown and a 2-point conversion a field goal.
I guess.
I don't know. I'm stretching there for that.
That's a lot of thinking you're doing there. Next week, another rivalry game on tap for you. Skyview visits Logan, and they may have to buy new light bulbs for the scoreboard.
Both those teams have good defenses, too. It'll be a fun game. I'm really looking forward to that one as much as I was looking forward to this one.
They're going to kick it. The last one was blocked. This one's good, so it's 28-16. Skyview still not out of the woods with 40 seconds to play in the first half.
Well, and that's the difference between us and say a chain that they'll hire anybody off the street and doesn't matter. And not that that's so bad, but here we're trying to give as personalized service as you can, as informed as you can possibly be, and help the individual in their selection of eyewear.
Yeah, that's a great benefit. I don't see how you can put a price tag on that.
Well,
awesome.
That's probably right.
46 degrees in Smithfield tonight, and it's pretty chilly, but that's a hot play right here.
It's a great catch by Smith. Spot where only he can catch it, so excellent throw as well. Only 40.6 seconds to go in the half.
Well, that's enough for Skyview to get something going, the way their offense rolls. This one in the end zone, so.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just thinking. Mountain Crest cannot afford to give up something quick here to Skyview.
This has been an interesting half, Lee. Skyview with 2 defensive touchdowns. So when you go back and you look at it, Skyview gets the turnovers, the 2 defensive touchdowns. Mountain Crest offensively has been moving the ball. And both times they were in Skyview territory when the Skyview defense came up and made the play. And it's a 12-point game right now, and without those turnovers, it would be very interesting. Goddard Throws the out pattern.
Well, I was just thinking, we haven't seen the Skyview offense on the field. We don't keep time of possession, but man, we have seen a lot of Mountain Crest offense on the field.
You are correct, sir.
That's what happens when you have 2 pick sixes.
Yeah.
Score, give it back.
9-yard pitch and catch to Miller. He's got 5 catches for 59 yards, does Miller. And Goddard is 6 of 8 for 70 yards. He's thrown for a touchdown. He's thrown an interception that was returned for a touchdown. 3 interceptions returned for a touchdown in this game. Goddard looks underneath. Evans slips a tackle out to the 41-yard line, so he picks up 12.
And it's another Skyview.
Stop the clock at 28-4.
Goddard, I've got him for 8 of 10, so he's been accurate tonight. He's on the move. He's going to have to tuck it. No, a little shovel pass to McCray.
It's incomplete.
The shovel pass by Goddard was caught out of bounds.
It was complete. He was just standing out of bounds.
It was illegal. How's that?
Does that go for a completion? 2nd and 10, 20 seconds to play in the half.
Mountain Crest with 1 man way deep.
Looks like Hall. There's a flag thrown as this play gets underway.
Miller on the reception. He gains enough for a first down. There is a flag.
Miller or Evans on the reception? That's Miller, and let's see what the flag is. It's a 12-yard gain, but I think somebody may have left a little early for Skyview. And that's the call. It's against Skyview. That's only their 3rd penalty.
On Skyview.
So that backs it up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 15 with 13 seconds left in the half.
37-yard line for Skyview.
And Skyview wants to talk about it.
Skyview.
.46 degrees. A couple of weeks ago, we're sitting. I mean, it seems like yesterday. We're more than halfway through this football season. We're sitting on top of a booth in Layton at Northridge, and it's 7,000 degrees.
I remember. The rain was hot.
And now we're 5 weeks later, and it's 46 degrees and snow on top of the mountains. You don't ease into fall in northern Utah.
No.
You fall into fall.
There's a reason it's called fall.
That's why they call it fall. But I don't know if there's much better than being hip deep in football season.
Amen.
High school, college, and the pros. See what Skyview dials up on 2nd and 15 with 13 seconds left in the half, leading 28-16. Get it out to Miller with Anderson out front as a lead blocker. Flag comes. I think they're going to get Anderson for a hold.
Miller is brought down by Kendrick.
Holding. Skyview. So they'll bring that one back as well.
Just take a knee. That's probably what I would do right now. 7 seconds to go. Don't risk another pick six. Going to the locker room with 28-16 lead.
I think that's about what happened the last time we saw the Skyview offense. Mountain Crest running it back the other way for a touchdown. And then the Skyview defense has returned the favor a couple of times over. Anything you can do, we can do better. What's going on out there? So it's 2nd and 22, and Skyview stops the clock with 3 seconds left in the half.
Well, I don't know what they're going to talk about, but
I'm pretty sure Braxton Goddard can't throw at 70 yards.
no.
Don't know if they'll try to come up with a little hook and ladder.
They run that little
some
flea
sort of
flicker
play,
or something or other.
a screen that get guys downfield. But you get these Bobcats in the open field, they've got some team speed. It's a fast track. It rained here a good part of the day, but you don't have to worry about that on these field turf. It drains really well.
I asked Coach Wooten before the game, I said, would you prefer a rainy game or a not rainy game? And he looked at me and gave me a quizzical look. He said, I'd prefer it rained when they had the ball and not when we had the ball. Very profound, Mark.
If he can figure out a way to make that work, he can make $1 million. This will be the last play of the half, barring a penalty. And they're coming after Goddard. Goddard completes it to Anderson. Anderson on the move up across the 50-yard line to the 48. A 22-yard gain, and that's the end of the first half. Skyview 28, Mount Crest 16.
Here at Lewiston State Bank, we offer lots of different loan products to meet your needs. We're happy to work with you and hope that you would enjoy working with us.
We had to take out an automobile loan, and so we came into Lewiston State Bank, and she was so good. She worked with me really, really well.
We are proud to have been serving our customers for over 100 years with personalized, friendly service. Please come in and meet your new friends at Lewiston State Bank.
28-16 our score as halftime winds down. Skyview leading Mountain Crest at the half. And you know, if you're having issues with your computer, you need to take it to PCs Unlimited for a free diagnostic, and they can find your problem. There's really no other place in town that you can trust with your computer. If you get a virus or a problem like that, don't download one of those, .com things to, fixyourcomputer.com. Don't do that. Take it to someone you can trust. Take it to the folks at PCs Unlimited. And a new system, a used system, PCs Unlimited will take care of them all. Now Levon's down on the sideline waiting on Coach Craig Ander. As soon as he has him, we'll go down there and see what's going on with the coach. In fact, here comes Coach Ander right now. So let's take it down to Lee on the sidelines.
Hey, I found Coach Ander. Coach, a great first half. We talked about the defense at the beginning of the game. They played awesome. Tell me about that.
They really did. They come out, get us 2 touchdowns. That's stellar work on their part. So we're really pleased with what they're doing, and we got to keep it up. One thing is we got to eliminate those big plays that they're getting defensively. We do that, and I think we got it locked down. So we got to keep coming and playing aggressive.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you, Eric Olson.
28-16, our score at halftime on the Game of the Week. And the Game of the Week is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Cache Valley Hospital, your choice in healthcare. Salt Lake Express, door-to-door service to and from the Salt Lake Airport every hour. Lewiston State Bank, strong and vibrant for over a century. Immaculate Homes, now your home. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Premier Apartment Homes, live, work, play, and celebrate. PR Graphics, for all your promotion and graphics needs. Alpine Cleaning and Restoration, we respond, we restore, you relax. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. We'll be back with the second half kickoff right after this.
Introducing the new Proform TDF Centennial. The only training bike that inclines and declines, rides anywhere in the world, and measures your energy output. With Google Street View and a 7-inch touchscreen, draw your map and ride every tour stage or anywhere in the world. The TDF responds to terrain changes with a full 20% incline, 20% decline. An integrated advanced power meter measures your exact watts. And silent magnetic resistance means the training bike making all the noise in the cycling world sounds like this. You can't train like this on any other bike. Call or go online today to get the Proform TDF Centennial with 0 down plus free upgrade to rush shipping.
28-16 our score here at halftime. And we just start the second half. Skyview gets the ball with that 12-point lead. And Skyview looking to add to that, and they'll go to the ground first. Anderson around the corner. And out of bounds, out at the 45-yard line, a 25-yard run, and no flags. 52 yards on 10 carries for Anderson.
Mountain Crest got to be careful that a lot of, almost had another horse collar there.
Oh, a big, nasty hit on Anderson as he loses 3 yards.
That about knocked the curl out of his hair. That's a great hit there on Anderson. Anderson's a load, and if you knock him backwards, you know you did something good.
Yeah, a loss of 3.
Skyview lines up now 1st and 10. 2nd and 10, scratch that.
Now they stay on the ground. Maybe a gain of a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, maybe.
McCray.
For a short game, brought down by Hendren for the Mustangs.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 12 now. The clock runs at 10:55. Skyview looking to put together a sustained drive. You heard Coach Andrew talk about their defense and how they've got to play defense a little bit better and not give up such big plays. And they can put this game away.
Goddard flushed out of the pocket and goes down.
Ball's out.
The ball is out. It looks like Skyview gets back on it. But Lee, we talked about this late in that first half about how there's 28 points up on the board for Skyview, but 14 of those came by the defense.
Yeah, this could be a totally different game had their defense not really been on it.
And after that first drive, this Skyview offense has had some trouble. Their other touchdown came after a turnover. It was inside the 5-yard line.
It was interesting. I was talking to some of the Skyview fans before the game started, and they were pretty confident in their team, and they should be. But I said, you know, Mountain Crest hits real hard, and they play football really good out there.
They've struggled this year, have the Mustangs. Is this Luke Smith? Yes, it is, and he gets to the 40-yard line, 41 before he puts his head down and hits the turf.
You got to remember, Mountain Crest is doing most of this with their best running back on the sidelines. Oh my gosh. And my son is a lifesaver. He just walked up to us with a hot chocolate.
No, that's mine. Excellent. That's one of the best kinds of chocolate.
Yes, because it is the Arctic tundra out here.
Elison, incomplete to Jacker.
Oh, and it's hot. Thank you, Skyview Concessions.
Jackard
for it, but
Jackard had his right in his hands and he can't come up with it.
Second down and no gain. 10 yards to go. Hey, is that us? That's our hot chocolate. Oh, it's so cool.
Ball top of the head right there.
I put my stocking cap on for that very purpose.
Elison with a little dump off, a gain of 3. 167 yards and a touchdown through the air for Elison. And it's 3rd down. 2 of 6 in the first half. Elison, not a bad night, as you know, completion-wise. 11 of 13, 167 yards and a touchdown, but he's thrown 2 interceptions that have been returned for touchdowns.
Those don't go for his yardage.
No, and they don't go for his touchdowns.
If that was the case, he'd have another 101. And
he'd have 166 more yards, 2 more touchdowns. Elison in trouble. He spent a lot of time on the run. Unloads. He's got a man at Smith.
Wow. Who was that for Skyview? Had perfect coverage.
First down, a gain of 31.
It's good for a Mustang first down.
When Elison rolls out, rolls to his right, makes that throw a little easier because he's a right-handed quarterback.
That's a great catch by Smith.
That is a great catch. It was great coverage. I think that was number 28, Alex McCray. We've seen him a lot tonight. He was right where he should have been, but Smith came right back around and made that catch.
There's an incompletion, and Elison really takes a wallop, and he gets up slow. That play, it's like nobody even blocked for it.
Yeah.
Skyview came through there so fast, it's like nobody even laid out a block for it.
Well, you got to think the offensive line must have thought it was a screen.
Maybe
let everybody through.
Maybe it was supposed to be, because that's what it looked like.
Second down and 10.
Second and 10. Elison goes to the sideline, and he comes back in. He goes to the sideline to get the play. I think he wanted to go to the sideline and get some Advil. At least.
Need some Salon Paws spray on.
The ball at the 25-yard line of Skyview. Mountain Crest has been able to move the ball, but they've turned it over twice, and the back judge is counting, and Mountain Crest needs a timeout.
Well, and Mountain Crest, you're right, has moved the ball really well between the 20s, but when they get into that red zone, they've got a real problem. And there's Ferguson, looks like trying to cheer everybody on. He's got a long sleeve shirt on now.
Here's that play again a few minutes ago.
Boy, and Durant's been in that backfield as much as Elison has tonight.
Now, can we look at the next play? Okay. It looked like maybe they tried to do a screen because the defensive line came through so fast for Skyview. Watch how fast they're in the backfield. Yeah, here we all come.
Get that guy. That's what they're saying. No, you get him. No, you get him. And you got to credit Elison for keeping this play alive, because he's just running for his life.
It wasn't. One of those was a linebacker. They were bringing some extra guys, but they were back in on Elison in a hurry, and he has been running around just trying to stay alive much of this ball game. Mountain Crest moving the ball. They give to Smith. He can throw.
That's
looking for the end zone, and you're right. It was a little deep.
He was feeling it.
That was Neiman. The corner got away with one. Neiman ran that pattern right by him, and he reached out and just grabbed him.
I think Neiman hurt his arm. He made it all the way to the track.
Should have probably been a hold, but I don't think anybody saw it out there, so he got away with one. And I don't think he would have been, I'm not sure that would have been able to be completed anyway. It was deep enough. So 3rd and 10.
Third and 10 with the ball on the 25.
Is Mountain Crest taking another timeout? What are they doing? Coach Wooten's on the field. And now his players are telling him it's time to, oh boy, he's hot about something.
He is hot. He's hot at the head official, and he's being escorted off by his own coaching staff.
to get a flag. That's not careful. In fact, the official is coming out unsportsmanlike on Mountain Crest. Something's going on that's got the Mountain Crest coaching staff all fired up. And Coach Wooten is going right after the head official for it. Not sure what it is.
Well, I don't know about you, but my coach used to do that when he felt like we needed an infusion of energy. He would get out there and get in the referee's face and show that he was really passionate about the game, and a lot of times that wore off on us. Sometimes it just scared the heck out of us.
Bad thing about that, it takes you out of field goal range if you don't pick up another yard. Maybe if you get your point across, maybe it helps in the long run. Skyview creeping up linebackers, now bringing a defensive back up. They're bringing 4.
Another flag.
Elison looking downfield for Jackard, and it's too long. And what's the flag this time?
Came from the side judge near us.
Defensive holding is about the spot where he threw it. Let's see what the call is. Nope, it's an illegal shift on Mountain Crest. It's declined. Threw it out by that corner where that receiver was. I didn't see anybody grabbing onto any Mustangs. And that's because they weren't. And it's a defensive holding call.
I think it happened early. That flag came out right away.
Mountain Crest had moved it down to the 25-yard line of Skyview and had 1st and 10 there. And after the penalties, they end up back at the 40 and have to punt it away.
Little long. Oh my. Oh, that almost stayed in.
He took it into the end zone with him, did Hall. He got there, but he couldn't stop his forward momentum. And now the Skyview offense back out on the field. The Skyview offense marched methodically down the field on their first possession. They got in the end zone one more time when Mountain Crest turned it over on their own 3-yard line. But since then, they have been out of sorts. You'll see glimpses. But Mountain Crest is, I don't know if Mountain Crest has bottled them up or if they're just not hitting on all cylinders. Is it a little of both?
Credit Mountain Crest defense. They've played really well. They're getting great pressure in the backfield, forcing Goddard out and having to improvise plays. And they're not, the running game in the middle has been stuffed for the most part in the last couple of drives.
Here's a flag, and this one's on Skyview.
Didn't have that many penalties in the first half. Now they're loading up in the second half.
Skyview with 5 penalties in the game. Mountain Crest, got to count them up here, 7. A lot of 15-yarders on the Mustangs. Goddard throws.
Oh, that was pick 6.
Jordan Wengreen was looking at the end zone.
Oh.
We've already had 3 interceptions returned for touchdowns in this game.
That should have been the 4th. Take a look here, and it hits Wengreen right in the hands. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage. That makes it wobble a little bit.
Goddard's 12 of 17. Excuse me, let's look at the right page. 8 of 11. Down the field they go.
We're trying to find another call for another hold again, and I didn't see it.
8 of 12 for Goddard. Now 8 of 13 on that one. 104 yards and a touchdown, and it's 3rd and long now for Skyview. 3 of 5 on 3rd downs. It's 3rd and 15. They just really haven't been able to get an offensive rhythm going since that first drive. 3-man rush. Goddard over the middle's got a man.
That's going to be enough for the first down right at the sticks.
It's Miller, and I really think at this point in the game you got to look at Miller as a candidate for your player of the game.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 1 defensively. Big 3rd down conversion. I think he'd love to clean the sink at Angie's.
75 yards, 6 catches, and a touchdown for Miller.
It's a great catch. Goes and sits down with the sticks and gets that first down. Good pickup by Anderson. Another first down for Skyview.
On the ground, huh?
Yep.
12 yards for Anderson. He's starting to pick up a little bit of yardage. 57 yards on 13 carries. Here's Anderson again, and a flag in the backfield as Anderson advances it to midfield.
There is a flag on the ground.
Holding on Skyview.
A lot of holding against Skyview tonight. Keeping track of exact penalties, but I think that's probably at least 4.
3. It's 3.
3. Okay, I was guessing.
Your official unofficial is 3.
Those kind of penalties, holding in particular, spot fouls, can really mess up a drive. First down and what?
A lot.
30, 25.
20, close to 25. Now they're going to run a little screen out there. You're right. Tipped again, this time by Taylor.
Brings up second down and long for Skyview.
Well, this is not what the Skyview faithful expected tonight out of their offense. They've really been rolling the last few games. Scored tons of points. The last 4 games they scored 44, 49, 45, and 59. That's a lot.
Second and long, and Goddard throws it wide of the mark, and he takes a seat after he delivers it. So now it's 3rd and long for the Bobcats.
3rd and 22. Not a lot of plays in the playbook. They got 22 yards.
What are you talking about? They're all designed to go for 6.
Yeah.
If you do, you have coaches have told me that. If you do the play right, they're all designed to score a touchdown. Here comes everybody from Mountain Crest. Goddard just got room to run. Goddard on the sideline, knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. They're going to give him out to the 41, well short of the first down.
That head official is John at both coaching staffs.
Yeah. 9 yards, and it's 4th down. And Skyview will have to punt. 4th and 13. Goddard does kick it away.
Right at about the 25-yard line, as I think where it bounced out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like it hit. It looked like it hit the sideline. They're going to let. They're going to say it went clear down inside the 50. I think that ball hit the sideline, clear up at the 25.
If not, it was really close.
Yeah, it looked like it maybe should have been out of bounds, but the 15. So Mountain Crest starts deep in their own territory, trailing by 12. Just hanging around are the Mustangs. They've been a better second-half team this year. Skyview's players are finding it weird to be in there late into the second half, right? Starters are usually sitting by about this time.
Yeah.
Elison underneath, coming back for it is Smith. See where they spotted. He looked like he was right at the sticks when he
I think he might have just been short of the first down. Yep, looks like they're going to mark it about 1.5 yards short.
.171 yards receiving for Smith. And he's looking like your player of the game for Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest giving it to Taylor. Taylor stretches forward. Needed 2. Looks like he got 3.
I really like the effort of Elison as well. He has been rocked in this game, and he just keeps getting up.
Take a look. Some of the punishment he's taking. He's hitting the backfield. It just doesn't go down.
Does a good job holding onto that ball, too. Dan Anderson had his left hand on it.
Smith is split to this side. Instead, the quick handoff to Taylor. He picks up 2. Erkenbrack with the tackle. Under 7 minutes to play in the third. 28-16. Skyview leading Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest at the half had 229 yards. Skyview had 144. Skyview, the Mountain Crest offense has been on the field a lot longer than the Skyview offense. Elison steps out of pressure for a moment. Just down he goes.
Erkenbrack on the sack.
5-yard loss for Elison.
Pressure from the outside from Christensen. That forces Elison back to the middle, and that's Erkenbrack there to clean it up.
3 sacks. They're not protected and even keeping a running back in there. He's not having time to throw. There was a running back that was in there trying to protect as well. And it's kind of hard if you've only got 2, 3 maybe receivers out in the pattern, and 4 guys are getting to you, and you're trying to block them with 6. Elison as they jump the pattern again.
Almost picked again.
Now it's going to be 4th down. 3 of 8 on 3rd downs for Mountain Crest, and that little series didn't do much. They picked up 1 first down, and then everything went awry. Short kick, and McCrae's going to field it on 1 bounce. Gets away from 2 tacklers. And he's out of bounds at the Mountain Crest 45. How many times have we seen that tonight, Lee, where it looks like 2 Mountain Crest Mustangs have a beat on a guy and then they just knock each other out?
A lot. And I was just thinking that Coach Anders thinking, get away from it, get away from it. Oh, great, run.
That's dangerous.
Because right about there, you're thinking this is a terrible ball to try to pick up. It's really difficult. You got men breathing down your neck. Then he makes something out of nothing there with a great personal effort and spins out of the tacklers. Brings it up past midfield to the 46-yard line.
Good field position for a change now for Skyview. Give to Anderson, and Anderson picks up 7.
That kid is strong.
Looks like it.
He goes to the gym that I go to, and I've seen him lifting weights, and he's a strong kid. It scares me a little bit.
You're going to give it to him again. He keeps on churning until he picks up a first down, 5 more yards. 15 carries, 69 yards for Anderson. Four wide receivers, and they're going to run it again with Anderson. He picks up about another 3.
Anderson's got good speed. They sure use him in between the tackles a lot. We've only seen him once or twice today getting outside. This might be the setup for it. Running a few times inside.
Mountain Crest was offsides. A lot of penalties on the Mustangs. 3 turnovers for Mountain Crest. 2 interceptions returned for touchdowns.
8 penalties now, correct?
And 8 penalties. And you just don't have that much margin for error, yet they're still hanging around. They are down 2 scores. But I think it's a lot closer game than a lot of people thought it might be.
Yes.
28-16 with 4:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. And Skyview leads. Going for the big one. Over the head of the defensive back and right to the receiver. Miller with the touchdown. 26 yards. If you're a defensive back and you're going to stay in front of a play and try to go up and either pick it or knock it down, you dang well better. or else what'll happen, what just happened there is what you'll get.
You've got no help behind you, and that is an impossible defensive play, really. Perfect throw by Goddard just over the outstretched hands of the defender.